Well, this is something we have seen before from Jannik Sinner. He has lost 5 straight matches that have gone to 5 sets. Never has he won a match longer than 3 hours and 50 minutes. Broken at love in both of those games where he was attempting to serve for the match in the third, and all the streaks coming to an end. 30-match win streak over. Earliest loss by a men's top seed here since 2000. His earliest loss at a major in 3 years. 23 in a row against lefties. He was minus 12,000 in some sports books. I mean, this arguably one of the biggest upsets in tennis history. What's your reaction to this one?
Yeah, I think we're all shocked. I mean, after seeing that. And I guess we shouldn't be too shocked, though, in the sense that we've seen this many times now from Sinner, in the sense that he's had what looks to be like cramps. Today, he did say he woke up and felt unwell. I think for me, the biggest thing, it was a disappointment to see Sinner, lose this, of course, but in the fashion that he did. It was also a disappointment in how it was handled on the court, with the umpire, I would say, giving preferential treatment in the sense that she actually came down. That's very rare that you see an umpire leave their chair to go and address the player unless something really severe happened, like they went down on the court and they had an acute injury. So I thought that was interesting, and also gave him the option of, hey, do you want to see a physio or do you want to take a point penalty? Giving him an option. So I thought it was really just an interesting, unfortunate series of events in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. and Cerundolo, give him full credit, was able to come through despite all of that. We saw the numbers with Jannik Sinner not winning a match past 3 hours and 50 minutes and all the 5-setters that he's lost in a row. What do you think is going on there?
Well, obviously that's one issue, and the heat and how he handles it when matches go the distance, but that didn't really apply in this case. I mean, you think about it, how much, was it really the heat that was a factor? 2 sets that went pretty comprehensively, 5-1 in the third. Had it been even 2 hours that he was on court at that stage, it was just odd to see the struggles he was having at that moment, and you have to say it was just something physical that's an anomaly, something even more than what we would call, overcome by heat. Maybe it was the pressure, maybe it was the tension added to him not feeling well, maybe that contributed to him not feeling well. I mean, nobody's a robot out there, and we have been literally expecting him to be, because he kind of has been. But at the end of the day, a lot of that can add up to a physical issue, and you just don't know how much of it comes into play in these stressful moments, or in moments that we don't look at from the outside as stressful, but it is incredibly stressful. Every single moment he is stepping out onto the court, all of the expectations, not just from everyone else, but from himself as well.
I don't think I've ever seen a switch flipped as quickly as it was in this match, because he's going along 6-3, 6-2, 5-1. He won the 4-1 game. Everything's fine. I can see you're starting to fade, but then all of a sudden you can't even win a point, which makes me think maybe he is a robot, and they flipped, the power switch went off, because it doesn't make any sense how that happened so quickly. And when you talk about cramping, and a lot of times players, it's mental because you feel the pressure, that's when you cramp. I don't think he could possibly be nervous against Cerundolo 6-3, 6-2, 5-1 up. He's not nervous. He's thinking, I got this, if he's feeling decent. So
but
it just doesn't make sense.
Isn't there an accumulation of pressure, though? I mean, everything that he has been doing, that still comes with pressure, even though he's been winning. That still comes with tension. That is there. You can't escape it. You just have to be able to deal with it. And at some point, I mean, does it just come to a head for even someone as great as Sinner? I mean, we're trying to explain it. Maybe there's no explanation other than just what we saw, but it is very odd.
Yeah, it is tough, and I think after he does have that 30-match win streak, I would have to think that he has so much confidence, and he is, like you say, Jimmy, going to find a way to win just one more game. And the fact that he couldn't do that, it is, you do start to think, well, maybe something was really that severe, maybe all of the accumulation of the stress, and, because it was so, he was in such a commanding lead in that moment.
He couldn't win a point.
Yeah.
Like, he stopped being able to win points.
The switch was so
which is
dramatic.
what you don't, I mean, even with someone cramping and maybe having heat issues or whatever, you don't see that. I mean, we haven't seen that. So it was just very, very strange. And, you feel for him. I mean, he handled it great afterwards, and he was so classy about it, and you got to give him that. But this one's tough.
Yeah.
Lowest ranked player to defeat the world #1 at Roland Garros since 1998.